Rising. Back at you again with another video. Chef Joseph's Kick Sauce for Entrepreneurs channel. Man, today is a beautiful day, and I want to drop something to you all that has been very near and dear to me. Not necessarily in a good way, but it's near and dear to me. And it's something that I think you should take a listen to, because we all are guilty of this. I know I'm guilty of it. In this entrepreneur space, it is when you know what it takes or what it took for you to get to where you had to get to, in your journey. You had something that most people, they have it, but they don't activate it. I said most people, not all. The power of belief. I'm likened to the movie The Matrix, when Neo was he was in battle, he was fighting the agents and stuff, and then the crew that was on the I think it was the Nebuchadnezzar, the ship, and they were like, "What's happening? What's happening?" And Morpheus said, "He's beginning to believe." Yeah. As an entrepreneur, we had to believe in something. Every entrepreneur that has come before us had to believe in something. They did. And when you think about that, as an entrepreneur, you're literally, in most cases, or in a lot of cases, you're literally pulling ideas out of thin air. Seriously. You get your spiritual downloads, and literally, you pulling it from the stratosphere or from the ethers. And you're bringing it down into reality, into this dimension. The average person wouldn't understand that. Let me give you an example. Let's just say you wanted to, I don't know, let's build a house. You had a certain type of way to build a house. Here we go. Let's go. Glad y'all with me today. Yo, like and subscribe to this channel. If anything is helpful to you, if you're getting anything out of this, just like it and subscribe to it, and we'll go from there. But however, I'm not here for likes. I'm just here to drop a message. Somebody will get it. But say you want to build a house or design a house a certain type of way, and you believe in this. This is something that was given to you, and you want this a certain type of way. If you tell that to the wrong people who lack belief, who lack faith, it can be a very interesting turn. Because, first of all, they wouldn't understand how you even came to the concept of even how to do it in the first place. But who told you should do it that way? I had a dream. Dream? What you mean a dream? Then you got to go down that road. You did? Y'all get what I'm saying? And let's just say they are privy to see, you tell them what it is, what it's going to look like, this addition, that addition to the house. And let's just say in the middle of it, you decide to change it up. The average person, well, I thought you said you were going to do it this way. I thought, hey, I had to change up some things. And then if not careful, that person, they'll look at you crazy. Oh, you can't take them serious because they said they was going to build a house this way and it didn't come out that way. They said they had to change. That's to the untrained mind. Seriously. Because as an entrepreneur, you have to have the capacity, a great, what's the word? You have to have the great capacity to hold great capacity for belief. You do. because you're basically walking in the unseen. And I'm saying that to say we had to believe in something as an entrepreneur, to take an idea out of thin air and to turn it into dollars or into money. And with that being said, that is pretty phenomenal to come up with an idea and then you turn it into something tangible, which in turn, you can reap the benefits from it. And yeah, interesting. I'm saying that to say, stop believing in those who do not believe in themselves. I'm going to say that again. Stop believing in those who do not believe in themselves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't believe in themselves. And as an entrepreneur, we believe we walked through the unseen. We walked through the darkness. We had to face the darkness. We had to face our shadows. We had to face our demons. You know what I'm saying? And then by us believing in something, that's another word. That's another story for another day. But by believing in something, we were able to see some things come to fruition. And there are people who don't even believe in themselves. And one thing that I do know, you cannot invest in someone who's not willing to invest in yourself, in themselves. It's very unfortunate. I'm going to give you two situations. There's a guy who is in a homeless shelter, 19 years old. 19 years old. 19 years old. Not judging him. I'm just saying, I've been homeless, but not at 19. Some people just have to find their way. So he was approached by, hey, first of all, he worked last week. He had some money, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He had some money and all that, whatever. And here comes the following weekend, another opportunity presented itself. Well, I don't have bus fare. Okay. He doesn't have bus fare. Cool. So if someone's going to provide you a job, well, I have no way to get there. No bus fare, and I don't know nobody around here. God gave us 2 feet, didn't he? In a lot of cases, not knocking anyone else. He gave us two legs. You know what I'm saying? To be able to put one in front of the other. What has happened? And you want to come up out the pit. But you don't even, and the job is handed right to you in your lap. And you don't even want to even try to find a way to get there. You don't believe. If you believe in yourself, you would get up and you will make it happen. Man, I come from a generation where we walk across town to a house party. No city bus. Well, we did have a city bus actually, but a lot of times we walked. I mean, maybe 5-6 miles, to the house party and walk back, or somebody gave us a ride back, and yeah. So what is going on? Another story. The homeless shelters. Again, not knocking anyone that's homeless, because I do work with homeless. I'm not physically punching a clock with them, but I do drop by from time to time to get various things done. And it's amazing that people can believe for a quick $30 to move a piece of furniture, but yet if someone says, here's a full-time job, and I understand jobs, or, to those of you who know that language. But in order to get up, you have to start somewhere. You have to start from somewhere, And so to see how these beautiful summer days, you just sitting under a tree. I get it. Like, Sometimes you want to chill. Ain't nothing wrong with chilling. But as an able-bodied grown person, man in particular, this is what you choose to do. Feel sorry for some of y'all sisters out there. I really do. Um, and I want to apologize for that. Even though I'm not taking responsibility, even though I'm not physically done it or doing it, I've done it in my life. There was a time I was down. You know what I'm saying? But I still believed in myself. Don't let anyone take your belief from you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you believe in something, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about things that are real, not this falsehood stuff, i.e. religion. I'll put that plug in there. That's another whole conversation that people believe in, but it may not be exactly what you think. Can you handle the truth? But that's for another day. But yeah, a lot of people don't believe in themselves. And when this young man, when a job was presented to him, like literally put in his lap to put money in his pocket that day, the same day, all he's got to do is get there. He just got to get there. He just have to get there. He made every excuse in the book of how he couldn't do it. You 19 years old. But you know what? Like Mick told Rocky. Anyway, where Rocky was at? Yeah, the one with Clubber Lang. That's my favorite. It might have been Rocky 3. Anyway, Mick, remember when Mr. T was in the dungeon training. I need to rewatch that movie, by the way. But Mr. T, man, he was in the dungeon. To those of y'all who know, Mr. T was down in the basement training, yo. What was Rocky doing? Hit the speed bag. You know what I'm saying? Taking photo ops. Hit robots and mansion and all that. Hey, success, there are rewards to success. Can't blame him. Can't hate on him for it. You know what I'm saying? But Mr. T was in that basement training, yo. My God, I gotta watch that movie. And when I'm talking about Mick, and basically Mick had been with Rocky training him all this time. And what happened was, Rocky asked Mick, his trainer, something about, do he think he can beat Mr. T? His name was Clubber Lang, by the way. That was Mr. T's name in the movie, Clubber Lang. Clubber Lang. And Rocky asked him, why don't you believe me? Do you think that I can beat him? And Mick, his trainer, said no. And Rocky asked him why. He said, because you're not hungry. What? Some of y'all not hungry out here. Some of y'all who know me know the success. Y'all seen me in the beginning. Like I literally moved with nothing. I might have had $600 in my bank account at that time. I moved to a homeless shelter, straight up. I was homeless once. And look, I had one thing about it, I have no pride. I mean, I don't have, pride. It's like pride is out the window for me. Because look, if I'm trying to get up, man, look, I'm trying to get up. And by any means necessary, that's what I'm going to do. And those of you who know me now, man, to see where I'm at now, light years away, has brought tears to some of these folks' eyes that know me. When I was selling my hot sauce at these barbershops, see what I'm saying? And they seen the stuff now, and it's like, man, they just shake their head. That's what the power of belief can do. But yet I'm still humble. Very humble. And this is why I'm telling you, is to stop believing in people who don't believe in themselves. Stop it. If they can't get up and show effort to get to their level, why should you do it? If you're providing an opportunity, a place to stay, or whatever you do for someone, and they don't have the wherewithal to get up and put 2 feet in front of the other and walk down the street, that's on them. In today's world, it's either sink or swim. That's what it is. Now we talking about men now. Queen Ahmadiyya Shakur, I'm going to use her word. It was her term. This is where I first heard this at. She called them Soft batch. Soft batch Toll House cookies. That's what she said. And it stuck with me. Really. A lot of our men are soft batch. Soft batch Toll House cookies. Period. I'm not saying I got it going on and I'm some Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Floyd Mayweather. I'm not saying none of that at all. I'm highly valuable and I'm a treasure. That's what I do know about me. And I told y'all in my past videos, my child's mother stripped my belief from me, talking down on me and all kind of stuff, right? You're an amoeba. You don't deserve to be my child's father. I mean, I heard these things. Why don't you just sign over your rights? And I believed it. Look at that word again. I believed it because I wasn't given a fair shot to be a father. That stuff was stripped away from me by a jealous mom or a vindictive mom. And to this day, that relationship probably will never be the same. That's what you don't know about me. And I fight every day. Every day I wake up, I fight and strive to become better. But that belief, that's what I'm talking about. She took my belief from me. I didn't even believe in myself. And when I looked up, I was sitting in a homeless shelter in my 20s. I was homeless like maybe twice, but that was years ago, trying to figure out my way. Well, I really wasn't homeless. I was like eating at shelters, kind of going back and forth, and that type of thing. But yeah, my whole belief was, she shattered my whole belief in myself. And it took me years to gain it back. I'm telling you. But back to these guys, man, like a lot of these cats don't believe in themselves. And if they're not willing, women too, sisters too, if y'all women are trying to help, that's another thing. Sisters, don't help no grown ass man. I'm going to just say it. F it. You know what I'm saying? Don't help an able-bodied grown man. Now, don't get me wrong. You love him. You want it. That's your boo. You want him to come up. Yes, be a support system for that. I totally agree. Be a support system to one another. To one another. Be a support system. But to enable him, H to the null. No. Hell no. Do not enable a grown, able-bodied man who can do for self. Now, just giving a scenario, I'm just going to throw something out there. You got an apartment or you got a place, you meet this man, he's got potential, he's kind of struggling. Because, a lot of brothers out here, they've been, they got things on their records, they can't really get up. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, you fall in love with this dude, whatever, he moves in. He shouldn't be playing Xbox while you working at the daggone hospital. Really? Really? And then you come home, what's for dinner? You've been here all, first of all, let's start right here. What'd you do with your day? How was your day, honey? Or however you want to put it. Well, I was cool. I was just here chilling, smoking a cigarette. I'm just chilling. Well, did you go to look for work? No, nobody called me. No one called you. What about, did you call them? See, that type of stuff. That's that BS. But look, if he don't believe in himself, you shouldn't believe in him either. I'm going to tell you straight up. Leave him be. I mean that. Leave him be. Because it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool. If you're out here busting you know what? He should be able to be doing the same thing out there. Period. So, again, this video is about to y'all entrepreneurs that have the belief, like myself, I believe in other people. Sometimes at a fault. I see potential. I believe in a person. I'm listening to them at their words, but the words don't meet up with the actions. And that's how you will know. Stop believing in people who don't believe in themselves. And if their words don't match up with their actions, you dig? Yeah, we're in a whole new season now. We're in a season now that it's, like I said, it's sink or swim. And if they don't believe in themselves, man, look, don't carry no dead weight. You know what I'm saying? I see guys on a daily, right? When I do volunteer work and stuff like that, I see guys coming through with full-time jobs, man. They just sitting there But they talking about the football game, though. Man, don't believe in people who don't believe in themselves. Stop wasting your time because all they're going to do is hold you down, okay? Y'all have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe to this channel, and like I said, I talk about a lot of the personal things I went through as, as an entrepreneur, some of the things you will face. I got a lot of interesting content coming out there. A lot of things I'm working with as well once I, get my timing down. Anyway, I can't say, but I got some stuff happening in a great way. But yeah, stop believing in people who are not willing to believe in themselves. I'm telling you. All right, have a good one. Peace.